All right, let's get this party started. I wonder. Make sure the audio is going to be correct on this. Okay, well, let's get the people over to the other one. Okay. Okay. Think we can get this squared away. Hopefully. I knew I'd screw that up. Oh well. Bummer. Okay. Ah, we got landfill here. Made it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I messed up that. I guess Streamlabs, yay, Rick's here. Yeah, I messed up Streamlabs, where it was supposed to send the stream to YouTube. I guess it's been so long since I've done a live stream that, yeah, it's getting thing. I got too many grays in the beard and showing my age here, showing my age. So, anyways, yeah, crazy. I am super stoked. We made it, guys. 1,000 subscribers. I am flipping excited. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, Contemptible. Hey, man, how's it going? We did it. We certainly did. We can do it again. We can. We got some friends that we need to help get there, too. Rick Gamer is in the live chat. And don't forget to support him as well. He is trying to get to 1,000 as well. He puts out some very good quality videos. I'm surprised he's not over 1,000 before me, frankly. So, yeah. There's a lot of you guys have been helping along the way, and I appreciate everybody's help. I'm just blown away with all the support I've been given. But, you know, it is all you guys to thank for this, and I appreciate that. Looks like there's still a couple people in the other chat. Hopefully they'll filter over here. Let me just make sure. Can't even type now. All right, there we go. Hey, Steven, how you going? How's it going, man? Yeah, it's been forever, guys. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I've been wanting to do live streams more often. It seems like that's when the channel first started really getting traction, way back a couple of years ago. Is when I first started doing live streams, and I've been really meaning to get to it. And I think it was when I did the Empire 2 live stream. I was really wanting to commit to getting back to doing live streams because I really enjoy them so much. I think we have so much fun from doing them, and yeah, I think you guys will definitely enjoy. Hopefully, me getting back to doing some live streams because I got some I got some ideas for the channel in the future, and I think people will be on board. I'm trying to up the level of the quality of the videos I'm putting out. I did see somebody put a comment. I haven't gotten to respond to the comments on the new video I just posted, but somebody said the music was a little too loud on the new video, so that's something I'm going to work to fix as well. But I'm trying to put out a little bit more quality into the videos I'm putting out, the ones I upload, and I'm probably going to do more of the campaigns on streaming like I used to do, just because it's, you know, I don't know, it seems like the Let's Play campaigns just don't get the views that the other stuff gets. So the uploads will probably be more of the tutorials and the kind of spontaneous stuff, like how-tos and stuff like that. And the campaigns, I'll probably go back to more of live streaming on YouTube. So, hey, Antec, how you doing, man? I appreciate you guys for joining. I really do. Thank you. I know it's kind of the middle of the day, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will probably join later on. I do have some great things to talk about, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy being along here to talk. And don't forget, we do have the live chat that you can put your comments in, and we will get to it. You know, a lot of great people in the chat, so don't forget to hit up the live chat and make yourselves known. You need a facelift to do live stream. Nah. Hey, my hair is kind of crazy. I was going to wear a hat, but the green screen wasn't liking the hat for some reason, so the hat had to go. So I have to go with the wild hair look. I mean, it's definitely wild too. I mean, it's wild and crazy right now. I got the I don't care attitude right now. I'm just letting it go wild. You can probably notice it's way longer than the last live streams we've done. Way longer. Yeah, I tell you, I really enjoyed the live streaming of the campaigns. It's some of my fondest memories of doing the channel, honestly. So I really want to get back into doing that. And I will tell you, the last couple of months have been pretty tough for me, in the fact that I've actually had my kids with me for over the last 2 months. I had them the majority of the 2 months. You know, usually they're with mom, and so it makes it a little easier for me to get out there and do these live streams when the kids aren't around. But yeah, I had the kids here, which was a great thing. I got to do a lot of things, got to enjoy having them around the holidays. And now they're back with mom, so we'll get some more stuff. But they'll be around, and who knows, maybe I'll have them help out with live streams as if they're here. Yeah, and then we had the whole COVID thing happen with the shutdown, so I had the kids quite a bit this year, because I was helping them with school and stuff, you know, because their mom has a traditional job, and my job is more of a flexible job where I can you know, schedule around what I do, because I work for myself. Okay, let me get to the chat here for just a moment. Steven says, how's it going? It's going amazing. I mean, it is just amazing right now. I need to... Okay, we already did that one. I doubt that you would need the facelift. Okay, Rick asked, what is it like to have 1,000 subs? I tell you, it is a real motivator. It is a big-time motivator, because it's... As I started seeing the channel start to get some subscribers, I thought, okay, this might be a possible thing. And I think that's when I really made it a goal to hit that 1,000 subscribers, and I was really pushing hard to do it. And now that this has happened, it just feels like all that work was worthwhile, and it really feels amazing to do that, because I have spent a lot of work and actually a lot of money into the channel, believe it or not. I use a couple programs to help edit, and some other things, screen captures that I've purchased along the way. Hey, Icenii, how's it going, man? So yeah, just the amount of things and effort that I've put into the channel, it's good to see it pay off finally. It really is. And I really, truly want to see that happen for a lot of you guys too out there, because there is a lot of other YouTubers that are subscribers and a part of the Rangers, like Icenii and Rick here, Rick Gamer, Icenii, Seth, Chiaro Productions, ATK Productions. We got so many out there. I mean, I could list them all off the top of my head. I'd probably take an hour and a half, but I did the video recently shouting out some of those people's channels. So I definitely, it was the final video of 2020, the rant one, the one with the red thumbnail right here. I definitely recommend that you check that channel out, because there are some great YouTubers out there that I want you guys to check out. And speaking of that, I do have some things in the works to collab with a few of these other YouTubers out there, such as Rick and Seth and some of the other guys out there. And anybody else that might be interested, hit us up. We'll let you know. But basically what I'm wanting to do, I don't want to spoil it, so I probably shouldn't say, because I got some, thank you, Icenii, I got some really great ideas. I don't think I should spoil it just yet. I have a hard time keeping secrets, but I'm going to try and keep this one a secret, but I'm excited about it. I really am. Because there's some things I really want to step up the game as far as making the videos more watchable. That way people will watch more to the end. And I am noticing that trend, even on the newest videos I've been putting out. You know, people are, even though this one hadn't got the thing up, I noticed the watch time is pretty good on it. But typically with YouTube, most people drop off at the first few seconds, because you get a lot of people that click the video that just have no interest whatsoever. But your watch time is going to start dropping off as you go in. But with a video like this that's 6 minutes and 50 seconds, for it to have a 2-minute watch time average is actually pretty decent, because that means most of the people actually watched most of the way through to all the way through the video. And, you know, towards the end, you know, you get to the end of the video where people know it's done, most people will click and go to the next. That's pretty common. So I'm trying to get the content where it's more watchable, and I'm doing some things to really step up that level in that game. And believe it or not, I'm probably going to be adding a lot more animations into the content. And I've had some things such as, I don't know if you guys even noticed it, but like on this thumbnail here, I actually drew that guy. I took the picture and from that was on the internet. I took the picture and I actually did a drawing from it, and that's how I got that picture. And there's a couple others. Actually, I took let's see, on some of these, I actually took these guys off the game and drew them, and I'm trying to add more artwork into it, because that was, you know, that's one of my things. I love doing art, and I'm trying to get more of my artistic flair into the videos as well. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Rick. The short videos, it definitely helps. I've been really watching the watch time on my videos, if you notice, because the attention span on YouTube is just, it's a real crunch, and you know, you gotta, if you're making them too long, people aren't gonna watch. And I think why a lot of people make their videos longer is because of the ads, the people that are monetized. And I mean, because they do get a few people that watch longer, but I'm trying to stay within about the 20-minute mark. I do have a few videos that went over 29, even to 40 minutes. It's just, I'm trying to make sure I have a good, concise story in the videos, and hopefully that's transpiring. I mean, I really want your input to let me know. That way I'm making the best quality content for y'all. Yeah, Steven downloads and watches it later. Hey, I don't blame you. That's something I do too. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I couldn't have done it without all of y'all. I really couldn't have. 2007. I know. I can't believe it. It is amazing. I appreciate all you guys joining the chat. Don't forget, if you guys are here, the live chat is down there. Don't forget to hit us up in the live chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Let me know what you want to see out of the channel in the future. If you think the videos could be a little bit better to have you watch them through the whole way. Because like in the newest video I just put out, I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to watch it yet, but
it's time to mount.
I am trying to use transitions from things and make make sure that it makes a little bit more sense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to add a little bit more into it, even into the tutorials and the infomercial one. I guess I call them infomercial, but more of the information providing videos. And I don't want to do things that are too long, too redundant. I know you love the long ones, and don't worry, there's going to be a place for the long videos. So I'm definitely still going to have a place for those, but I'm going to have those be for special things, and so there's still going to be a thing. And if I am putting out smaller packaged videos, I can probably get them out a little quicker because they're a little easier to produce. Because some of them, like the this United Provinces one, it took a little bit of time to get it finished, just because there was a lot of editing. There was a lot of going back and forth and actually filming, because I had to go in and actually do the campaign for the first part and actually add in the footage to make it a little more interesting as you're watching it. So as you can see, but hopefully that does a lot better for the viewing. I put a ton of action first. Yeah, that is a great thing. And like I said, guys, Rick Gamer has he puts out some amazing quality in his videos. Him and Seth, and there's a lot of you guys out there that are just doing tremendous videos that just blow me away and inspire me to do better. So definitely. Landfill says, I haven't watched the latest video, but I'm back in national lockdown. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, sadly that is still a thing. And I know that this channel really took off, and you know, I did the video a couple days back, or I guess December 31st. It seems like it's been forever ago, but the rant time video, I talked about how the channel kind of grew. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but the channel started back in 2017, so it's taken quite a bit of time to get here. And it's taken a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, and a lot of effort to get there. A lot of mistakes along the way, a lot of really making pretty crappy quality content out there. I really do truly believe that. I think the live streams have been some of the best quality content that I've done. And I think a lot of that is just the interactions that we have together in the live chat, and it makes for some pretty entertaining things. At least for me, it is. I find them highly entertaining. So hopefully you guys do too. I normally I'm an introvert by my personality, but when I get to this thing, I think I can open up a little bit more, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyways, so live streams are going to be coming back in full force. I'm going to be doing probably the campaigns, more of the live streams, but that doesn't mean all of them. I am going to have a few special campaigns that I'm going to continue on doing the uploads on, and that's probably going to be the Breaking Legend campaign, even though the views have really dropped off on that series. I am going to continue that. I do want to see if I can beat that record, as crazy as that one is. It's a pretty painstaking campaign to do, let me promise you. Steve says the interaction is great. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it, because like I said, it's a pleasure to get to interact with you guys and get to have known some of you people out there because, like I said, I've gone on to really communicate with some of you guys off the streams and in Steam. So don't forget, guys, if you do want to, you can hit me up on Steam and send me a friend invite on there. I'll be more than happy to accept your friend invite, and we can chat there. Just please keep in mind, sometimes if you send me a message on Steam, I do a lot of multiplayer still throughout the day. I do try to get my competitive outings done. So sometimes I don't respond right away. It could be because I'm doing a multiplayer match, or I might be even away from the computer. So just keep that in mind. I'm not. I will always message you back if I get a message. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. So I got some pretty cool stuff in mind for campaigns I want to do. I want to do a live stream of the Ottoman campaign, because I had done an Ottoman campaign a while back ago and never got to finish it because I had a crash on it. I don't remember I think it was a save crash on that one. So I do plan on doing another Ottoman campaign, because I've definitely got some interest in the Ottomans. The Ottoman units explained has done just tremendously well. Already 1,300 views, and I just put it out in the beginning of December, and that's pretty good. I mean, usually it takes a while before I hit 1,000. It seems like a lot of people really enjoyed the beginner's guide for Great Britain as well. Were you ever a point where you thought about just stopping and doing something else? I've watched Legend Blitz campaign and still can't keep up, let alone beat him. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, yes, I have thought about like why I keep going several times throughout, especially before I hit 100 subscribers. It took forever to hit 100 subscribers. I think actually it was when I was doing live streaming is when I finally hit 100 subscribers. And a lot of that was due to the people I met on the live streams. And there's one of the guys, Andrew, actually put a shout out for me on Lionheart's channel. And what happened is he made a comment about the campaign that Lionheart was doing about naval battles, and he said you should check out Faramir's video on how to do naval battles. And after he did that I'm telling you, that tutorial I thought was a pretty good tutorial when I put it out. I do kind of want to go back and fix it up and make it look a little bit better, but the tutorial just exploded because Lionheart mentioned it in like 3 of his videos on that campaign, and that was all really due to Andrew mostly. But I mean, also big thank you to Lionheart for even caring to mention somebody that was under 100 subscribers channel. That was amazing, and that's when I finally hit 100 subscribers is due to that. So it's just things like that finally get you there, and that's why I'm always going to make sure I do my part to help other people out too. Let's see here. So yes, to answer the question, yes, I did think about giving up several times, because I mean, honestly, I cover a game that's been out for over 10 years, and the reason I still put out content on it is, number one, I think there is still an audience for it. Number two, there's a lot of new players that have purchased the game, and I see them on multiplayer, and I know that the biggest part of the audience for Empire is from campaigns, because Napoleon Total War is more of a multiplayer game, and Empire is more of a single player game. But we do have still a small multiplayer community, one I'm very much a part of. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Let's see, Darth Maul Imperial Destroyer. Honestly, I've only got to play Imperial Destroyer like a very little bit, and even Imperial Splendor a little bit. Darth Mod I played for quite a while, and I even went back to it here at the beginning of the year. But Imperial Splendor I find quite nice. I've really enjoyed that mod, and I wanna actually go and do that mod. A live stream probably of that mod would be down the road. I find that really interesting. All the best, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know if I can pronounce your name correctly, so uh, I will not even try because I always get complaints for my pronunciations. Mostly it's the people from Europe that make fun of my pronunciations of European cities, which I find, it doesn't bother me. I think it's funny. Landfill, I only realized a few days ago when playing Empire that when you move an army just before you run out of units, remove the general unit, and the rest of the army keeps the full movement. Huh. Oh well, yeah, that is true. And I think that's something that a lot of the newer players don't understand either, is because they're used to the newer games where you have to have a general to be able to recruit an army, and I think that's a big part of the reason why. Yeah. So, can you also do a Maratha campaign? Yes, I actually did a Maratha campaign live stream a couple years ago, so I would definitely go back and do that one again. I enjoyed that. That one would probably be an Imperial Destroyer, since we already did a live stream recently of that in vanilla. So maybe Imperial Splendor. That might be a good one for Imperial Splendor to give that one a go. I would definitely probably love doing that. Let's see. I'm very slow. Also, the Ottoman organ guns are amazing. Yes, the organ guns can be quite brutal, especially if you're on the opposite end. The receiving end of the organ guns is not a pleasant place by any means at all. So yeah, the Ottomans, much underrated units, guys. That just the video alone and getting the traction it is. I think that people always kind of give the Ottomans a lot of hate. There was actually a couple guys I play with on multiplayer. They're from Turkey actually, and they play the Ottomans quite a bit, and they are phenomenally good players. And a couple of my other friends, one of them from California, Gunny, he plays the Ottomans very well too. The army that you can put on a multiplayer map, you better not take them for granted, because their armies can really do some damage. Let's see here. Steven says maybe post links to those other guys' channels in the description. I do have a few of them in the description. I'm probably going to be adding to that list. That way I can make sure you guys get links to some of the other people like Icenii and a couple of other guys, because there are some new ones. And mostly what I do is I go and copy and paste the description just because I'm lazy that way. Yeah, I think maybe you guys know how it is. I'm a procrastinator, and I'm kind of lazy sometimes. So copy and paste is like my best friend. Sorry, I had to get some sweet tea in there. All this talking. Okay, so I'll put links in the description for some of the other guys' channels. No worries, man. Cheers regarding my name pronunciation. Yeah, I know. I would butcher it. I have one of the guys I used to play with, the Kilos, a friend of mine. Sani was his name, and it took a while to get his name correct. Let's see. I've seen my Ottoman campaign is doing quite well. Yeah, I've seen you've starting to turn things around. I've seen where you took Greece back, and so I think the last one or so I need to watch though. Yeah, the Ottomans always definitely seem to draw interest because it's not an easy campaign. It's not an easy campaign at all. Um, have you ever used Pack File Manager? No, but I know Dixon has. Actually, that's a really good question because the Pack File Manager, one of the guys that follows the live streams, he's not here at the moment. I think he's at school or something. But ATK Productions is Dixon. He might show up in the live stream as Dixon, but he actually helped do something for me because I always thought like the Russians are like, of all the people, some people think the Ottomans got screwed. I don't. I think the Ottomans have great units. I mean, could they have added some others to them? Sure. But to me, the Russians were the ones that just got screwed in the campaign. And I mean, their armies are just terrible. I mean, they have the slowest reloading units in the game. At least they got 7 morale in their line infantry, but I mean, they're just terrible. 35 accuracy, and Jesus, they're just terrible. They might have 40, but their reload is so terrible. And the one thing about the Russians, though, the melee is where it's at with them. Is the charge bonus is great, but I'll go into the Ottomans. The Russian units in the video, but I thought that they got kind of screwed. And what my point is in ranting about this is. I always thought there was something missing, a unit missing that could help the Russians out, and I asked Dixon to mod a unit for me. I thought, hey, if we took the Cossacks and increased the unit size to 150, like the Austrian line, and made them shoot like the Minutemen, the Minutemen shoot where you could bunch them up in a tight pack and all the men will still shoot, kind of like a light infantry, where all of them volley at the same time, versus the Cossacks as they are, that only the front line fires. So I thought maybe if we made the Cossacks like Minutemen but with 150 men, but increase the price for them, what would it do to the campaign? So I might actually do a Russian campaign with that file. And but if you have questions about the pack file managers and how to do mods, Dixon is the guy. ATK Productions. I'll put you in touch with him, Rick, if you're not already. I think you are, but if not, Dixon is the guy. I mean, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I mean, I talked to him about it. He whipped it out in no time flat. He's like, I got the unit done. I was like, what, already? Oh my God, I thought it would take a lot longer. So, but that was pretty cool. He went in there and edited those things for me and got that. So yeah, pretty sweet, man. I really want to try it out in a full-fledged campaign, and I think that'd be great for the channel. To highlight that change, to see what it'll do. I mean, because the unit is going to be more expensive, so there's that. But I think it'll definitely help their land forces out, because they're definitely screwed. His is Icenii is his Total War channel, and let me see how good. I'm starting to get so many subscriptions on my channel, it's hard to keep up with everybody. Icenii Total War is his channel. And he needs the love. He's only got 32 subscribers, guys. So let's pour some love on Icenii. And then you got Rick Gamer. We're trying to get him to 400 in the next couple days here. So Rick Gamer, he puts out some just amazing, wonderful videos, man. I mean, I'm telling you, he's got just so many great quality stuff. I don't want to show it. Well, yeah, I will. I'll give you a highlight. How's that? We'll give you a highlight of Rick's videos without the sound, though. But his editing is just amazing and crisp. So definitely make sure that you go over there and show Rick some love. He needs the love. And then another one, like I said, Seth, Chiaro. I mean, we got so many great guys in here that have YouTube channels, and I definitely encourage you guys. Like I said, it is possible, and I think I went over it a little bit in that other video on my rant time, final video of the year on some things to think about, because I really think after you hit a certain level, your channel starts to grow as people start believing in you a little bit more. Let's see. Debrina donated $1. Thank you so much, Debrina. I really appreciate that. Actually, I even got another donation a couple days ago, which blew me away. I appreciate you guys for doing that. This is just amazing, getting donations from people. But I actually got another donation on I think it was January the 2nd. I don't want to give out his name. I don't know if he wants me to tell it, but it was a $40 donation. I was just blown away. But I'll tell you guys, and that's another topic I want to go into, because I've had some people ask me questions about this, and I want to take a moment to just touch on this for a brief moment if I can, and that would be about Patreon, because I've had a few people ask me about Patreon. Will I make a Patreon page when I hit 1,000 subscribers? Because that seems to be the trend for a lot of people, that they start doing that. Now, I'm just going to address this. No, I will not be doing a Patreon page. I do not believe in Patreon at all. For other people, if they want to put a Patreon page and it works for them, that's great. For me, myself, I do not believe in Patreon, and there's a few reasons why I do not, and I'll explain those to you now. Number one, we're in a situation right now where times are pretty tough on a lot of people, and I don't want to put content and put people in a situation where they have to pay money for content. Now, if people want to give a donation, then I am more than happy to accept any donations that anybody wants to give. More than that, I'm thankful, very thankful for any donations I get. It does take a lot of time and effort to make the videos, so I'm very much appreciative of any donations I get. So I don't want to mislead you there. But with Patreon takes a good percentage of the donation that you give. Okay, so not all the money that you give goes to the creator. But the main thing for me is not everybody can afford to even pay $1. As crazy as that sounds, some people can't afford to pay $1 to be able to watch videos. $1 a month means a lot to people, and because if you consider all the different channels out there, if they paid $1 for everybody's channel, that ends up being $20 pretty fast. So that's why I say $1 is a lot to somebody, and to somebody $20 is the matter of having a meal or not. So that's why I say I will not do a Patreon page, because I want to keep my content free, where anybody can watch it. And as now the channel is monetized here shortly, hopefully, I'll make money off of the AdSense and whatever. And if people want to give a donation, then that's fine. I have links in the comments for that. But I just want to address that since I did see that donation come by. Again, I'm super thankful for any donations I get. They do help tremendously for anybody that does that. If it's $1, if it's 50 cents, whatever it is, I'm very appreciative, because I mean, some people that's a lot, and I appreciate for every penny I get. So that hopefully answers the question of, will I do a Patreon? No, I will not. I want to keep the content where it is free and easily accessible for anybody and everybody to watch. So and will I do stuff? Let me get back to the chat here. I'm getting offhand here. Let me get back to the live chat here, because I've been off topic for a minute. Okay, let me see. Where am I at? Okay, so Steven gave Icenii a subscription. Thank you, Steven, for helping Icenii out. Let's see. I'm number 360. Thank you. I appreciate it. All you guys that have been there, there's some of you that have been here since like the 60s and 50s and 30s and 300s and 400s and 500s and 700s. Guys, I appreciate all of you. The people that just joined, I appreciate you guys too. Because, like I said, I'm doing this because this is a passion I have to put out things of my creativity. And you can see I put out some pretty nutty and crazy things. That's because I'm a pretty nutty, crazy guy. As you can see, my nutty, crazy hair. Steven has had trouble with Patreon. I don't doubt it. I've heard some pretty crazy stories, and I just don't really believe in the thing is a YouTube creator, in my view, and it doesn't make it necessarily right. It's just in my view that if you get donations from people, that's wonderful. That helps you to be able to put money into the channel, to grow the channel, to make it a more positive and better experience than that. That's great. But yeah, as far as Patreon, I think it forces people to go to another platform to basically be able to see content that's the premier stuff, and I don't believe in that, forcing people to pay for that, and I know a lot of people are choosing that model. That's just not a model I will ever take. I can promise you that, and I'm a man of commitment. The commitment starts here. Okay, so All Commendable, thank you for subbing to Rick Gamer. Appreciate you guys helping him out as well. YouTube takes 50%. Yeah, so you're right. YouTube does take 50% of any super chats and that kind of stuff as well. So that is true. And that's why like using Streamlabs and using the direct payments to that, it gives the whole money to the actual YouTuber. But that doesn't mean that YouTube super chats are bad, because I mean still we are still using the YouTube platform, so I don't mind people doing super chats or memberships or stuff like that. I find that different from Patreon because it's optional. It's completely optional. You don't have to do a super chat, whereas with Patreon, you have to pay to get access to content. And I just don't agree with that, but that's just my view. So that's why I'm never going to do Patreon. For those of you who asked, that is the answer. Okay, so a couple other things I wanted to talk about. And again, don't forget, if you're in the stream, don't forget to hit up that live chat. It is there. You can see all the other people, meet some new friends, and get some interaction in there. But some of the other things I want to talk about is I had been meaning to do a video on this topic for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it, and I just wasn't sure what it would be. But I've noticed there's been a lot of hate out there going towards Creative Assembly and Sega about their content they've been putting out as far as the Total War games. And, I think we've had this discussion before on the channel, but I think some people are getting a little crazy about it on other YouTube channels. And I'm not going to point people out or whatever, because I've been subscribed to Vorlin for however long, but he did a video on gutting of Total War multiplayer. It's a good video. There's some really good stuff on it. But since we're talking about Total War stuff, and that's primarily what this channel is about, I think sometimes people are getting a little off topic of what the things are, that the problems that they have with the upcoming games. It's okay to have problems, like I've stated many times before. After Rome 2, I haven't decided to purchase another Total War game since then, because I saw that Total War Rome 2 was not the game for me. And Warhammer 2 and the subsequent games, just they're not my type of game. I mean, does that mean they're not your type of game? No, it does not. A lot of people out there might find those games to be amazing. But anyways, I don't even know where I'm going with that. I just thought I'd bring it up because I know I brought it up. I think we even brought it up a little bit in the Empire 2 live stream we did. Anyways, let me get back to the live chat. YouTube AdSense, I think, is 45-55 split, I think. Yeah, it's something to that. I'm not entirely sure myself. I should probably get a little bit of actual... and I'll be open about what I make on the channel, too, for you guys, so you can see what I'm making. But the 6th Army. Hey, welcome to the chat, 6th Army. Yeah, Voland has been putting up Spotlight on their BS. Yeah, you know, and the thing is, I guess what I was going to say about Voland's videos is he's got some amazingly good points. Problem is, they're getting a little diluted with his other problems he's got, and it's becoming more personal than it is so much a thing. But that's just in my view. My view doesn't have to be right. That's just my view. I do enjoy Voland's content, and I think he's got some great points. However, I think that there is some ways to go about getting better responses from CA, if that makes sense. Let's see here. Trying to get back to the live chat. Once again, if you're in this thing, don't forget about the live chat. We love the live chat. We're all about the live chat in these streams, okay, guys? So, let's get back over to the live chat. I see. I'm glad to accept Mr. Bloomberg's ad money. You know, that is Mr. Bloomberg. Oh, don't let me get started. Don't let me get started. I'm going to skip that comment. I'm skipping that comment. Sorry, I had to make an old... Yeah, the old joke. I'm skipping that one. I'm not looking at that comment no more. Don't get me off topic. I'll be on there for about 45 minutes. You guys will be in the chat telling me, stop, David, stop. They got too complicated, long time to learn the ropes of them. I still bring them, but it drives me crazy. Still bought them, but it drives me crazy. Yeah, I know. I bought Rome 2. I wanted more from the game. I think we've talked about this before. I don't want to beat a horse to death. But the thing is, Rome 2, some people enjoy the game a lot, and that's fine. It's just not for me. Hi, Nick. What's up, man? Thank you, sir. I appreciate your donation, too, as well. I really appreciate that. My two favorite Total Wars are Empire, number 1 by far, and second, what's TOB is, God, what is TOB? I'm getting to be a boomer now. I'm 48. I'm getting old. Shield Wall's fun. Thrones of Britannia, I think, is TOB. Am I right? Quiz? Pop quiz. Let's see. I really appreciate it. It's just amazing. Blowing me away. I really, truly appreciate it. Icenii Total War, amen to... Yeah, so, I think, too, with as far as CA is concerned, CA is going to do what makes them money. They're like any other corporation. They're going to do what makes them money. And if it's making them money, they're making them money. But you know what the best thing is? We still got Empire. We've talked about this before. If they don't make it Empire 2, we still got Empire. We still have that. So they can't take away Empire from us. And there is still, I think, enjoyment to be had on that game. As old as it is, I really do believe. Even Rome. I mean, Rome is just an amazing game. And hell, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, shoot. On the Steam sale, you could pick up these games super cheap versus spending, what, a couple hundred on things like EU4. I mean, come on. This is a no-brainer to me. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. Since I like Empire Total War so much, what do you think about Napoleon Total War? It is even more unfinished game, right? No, I mean, actually, Napoleon is a much more polished game than Empire. The game is actually, it flows. It actually feels solid when you're playing it. It performs extremely well. Napoleon is very crisp. The problem with Napoleon is the campaign just lacks that scope that you get out of Empire. I've tried to play Napoleon several times, and I just get bored to hell with the campaign. I think that the thing is knowing that you only have that small map to deal with. I just can't get invested to the campaign in Napoleon. If you have just a small empire that you can gain versus coming from a game like Empire where I put so much time into it. And I'll be honest with you. When I bought Empire, I bought Napoleon shortly after. And I had only, because I was working at that time, I was in retail management for most of the time. And I had only played a little bit of time on Empire, like in the morning before I'd leave for work. And then when I'd get home from work, I'd play like about 30 minutes to an hour before I went to sleep on a good day. And I meant to do it in order. I wanted to play Empire a little bit before I went to Napoleon. And by the time I went to Napoleon, I had enjoyed Empire so much that Napoleon just did not have the immersion for me, because I just couldn't get into a campaign knowing that it was going to be so small scale. Let's see. Back to the chat, and I'll finish that topic in a second. When I think of old people, I think of those who were born before World War II. I don't know. I think of myself, my back, and my knee, and all that stuff. 48 now. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. It's getting bad, but not too bad. I still got my youth in me. I'm still like a kid at heart. At least that's what all the women tell me. Anyways, I've been playing Rome 1 since it came out. Yes, me too. I've always loved that game. And actually another game that came out that time was Imperial Glory. Came out about the same time of Rome. And I played both those games. And always, I think Imperial Glory I had before Rome, actually. And I enjoyed Imperial Glory a lot. But Imperial Glory... And we'll just go to Imperial Glory, because I have it somewhere on here. Here it is. This old game right here, you can pick up for a couple dollars. It has a lot of the things that you'll see in Empire. The naval battles are quite similar. It's still a fun game, but once you get into Empire, it's hard to go back to it. It really is, because Empire just takes it to a whole new level. And then it was the same thing, because Rome came out about the same time. When I started playing Rome, after I started playing Rome, it made Imperial Glory obsolete, to say the least. Okay, I'm going to get back to the chat. Hey, buddy, it's been a long time. Great job on hitting. Hey, Lord Dar, man, it's been forever. I can't believe it. It has been forever. Thank you so much. Lord Dar's been a part of the channel forever, too. Been a friend of mine from the beginning days of my multiplayer time. Because believe it or not, like I said, I was in retail management for so many years that I never really had time to do multiplayer. And it wasn't until, I think, 2016 is when I finally started doing multiplayer. And I met guys like Luke and great guys like Lord Dar there. And we started playing. Lord Dar's on a couple of the first videos that I did on the channel. We had some pretty funny ones. We were trolling our friend Luke, who always got a little saucy because we we camped up on the hill in the province map, and Luke was so mad because we camped and we won that battle versus him and another guy, Hussar. And he was so mad at us because we said we didn't camp. And so we just kept that thing going where we said we didn't camp. So that was kind of the hidden joke in those videos if you go back to the beginning of the channel. Because we actually did a rematch. Luke stopped talking to me for a while after that. It was crazy. Because he said, you admit that you camped and then I'll talk to you. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I think it's funny. I'm having too much fun with this. I mean, it's like a little hidden treasure here. So, yeah, that was a great time. But yeah, so there you'll see way back in the day there were some videos, and the second one of that thing I did was Luke, we've gone. I think the first one was Luke, we've gone camping, and then the next video was. I think Luke were camping again, which was pretty funny. So some old jokes back in some of those videos that were kind of inside jokes. And there's many other ones that most of the multiplayer people would get. Anyways, back to the chat. Sorry guys. Baby boomers back from 46 to 64. I know I missed out on the baby boomers, but I'm part of the was it the Gen X, I guess, because I was born in 72. Isn't that crazy? I'm so old. I really like Rome. However, I end up playing it like 10 frames per second. Yeah, it's kind of weird on Steam. I used to have the discs, and actually I had the discs of Empire too. I even got the case. I got the map somewhere. I used the map in some of my stuff. Actually, the map, believe it or not, is in the where is it? There's the map. I actually took a picture of it and I use it for a screenshot. Isn't that great? Yeah, I got that map with the game. So wonderful. Anyways, back to the chat. I keep getting distracted. Sorry, guys. Do you hate rockets? I do hate rockets. They are trash. But I love it when an opponent brings them because I know I won't lose too many men and they wasted money on it. So in some ways it's a love-hate relationship. I hate it if I would to have them, but I love it if the opponent has them. It's a treasure. The Sixth Army says, I think my biggest issues with Napoleon War is the fact that the map is smaller and the line infantry only shoots the first row unless you use mods to fix it. Yeah, and I think the concept there, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back. I mean, it's too many years ago. But I think the reasoning behind why they didn't have the back rows firing is because supposedly in the rank firing system, the first two ranks would actually shoot at the same time. And the third rank would always hold their shot in case Cav was charging, and then they'd use their volley on the Cav. That way they had ammunition for the Cav. So I think that's the concept they were going for. But just, see, that's when we get into the historical versus fun. So I don't really care if a game is historical. I don't know why there's all this chat on YouTube and all this other stuff about, oh, we want a historically accurate game. I don't care. I want a fun game that has some historical elements to it. Hell, I don't even care if they had all the nations accurate. They could come up with a big foreign map that was set in the time of Empire and had a fictitious world. But if it was fun and it had like cool things where you could customize the nations and stuff, I'd be totally down for that. I don't give a damn about the history. I mean, the history part is fun for me in Empire because it helps like my kid learn where different places in the world are. That you might not have known about and stuff like that, and knowing that cities didn't become bigger cities until later as they develop. So those aspects of the historical games are great, but I think, like I said, if they had a game that had the historical elements in it that were pretty close, I'm okay with that. Okay. Let's see. Main Achilles heel for Empire Total War was the lack of multiplayer campaign. Yeah, they were the first one. Empire was the first one that did a multiplayer campaign, but it is so broken, and you have to have keys for it, and most people don't have keys for it. So, yeah, multiplayer campaign is pretty much for Empire. Let's see here. Sub for Melkor. Yeah, I'm a sub for Melkor as well. Let's see. Steven says, wait till you're my age. I'm pretty sure I will have to wait. I'm just kidding. Waiting is part of it. I'm just kidding. I agree. The world map is like is what I like the most. Yes, the world map is what it's all about. Multiplayer campaign would be amazing. God, if they only went back to Empire and just touched up on it, I think people would be fine. They wouldn't probably even care about it. Empire 2, if they just went back up, polished the game up, because I think when the game came out, people mostly had 32-bit processors, so it's not even optimized for 64-bit computers. People's computers are so much vastly better now. Even if you get a lesser quality computer, it actually Empire was a pretty ambitious game. So a lot of the systems back then couldn't run it, but now systems have got so much better that if they went and optimized it, I think it would be just amazing with what they could do with Empire 1, that is. And I wouldn't even care about Empire 2 if they went back, fixed the multiplayer campaign, put in some of those other elements, like the things that they left out of the game, like a lot of people don't know about. I mean, we talked about this in the Empire 2 stream, but most people do not know that they were going to put prone position into the game, where your riflemen could go into prone position, and they were going to have wounded people on the battlefield. This is all before Shogun. Yeah, my friends, Empire was going to be the first to have wounded guys on the battlefield and all that other stuff. Man, it would have been great if they had that stuff in there. Let's see. Back to the chat. I don't know if Lord Dar has a channel. He's just an old multiplayer friend. Rick Gamer, I was born in 54. See, I'm blown away by that. I think Gunny, my good friend Gunny, I think that's about when he was born or conceived, or one of those two things. Lord Dar, I don't have a channel. I'm just playing with people. Yep. Steven 53. ATK Productions, Dixon in the house. What's up, man? We were talking about you earlier. Your ears must have been burning. We were talking about you and how you did that mod for me on the Cossacks. Anyways, Rick had a question for you. You might want to hit him up. Let's see. So like Total War Troy. Yeah, I have it. I haven't played 1 minute of it. I got it because it was free. Let's see here. I'm a kid in the 90s this morning and a 90s kid today. Yeah, it's amazing growing up in the 70s and 80s and all that, and we didn't have the games that the kids have today. Like for Christmas, I've got my kids some stuff on Steam, and I mean, it's just amazing some of the games that they're getting, and hell, I mean, even Among Us. I mean, when I was a kid, would have been thrilled to have Among Us, and I mean, we were stuck with shitty Pac-Man on Atari. It was terrible, but we loved it. We would sit there and play Pitfall all day long, and you couldn't get but a couple levels because the game was so damn hard. You wanted to throw the controller through the window. Yeah, Pitfall was a pain in the butt. I mean, I think my stress level as a kid went up just because of Pitfall. Anyways, hey Alex, welcome to the chat. He says success feels good. Um, yep. So, anyways, hold on. I need a drink of my tea here. Ah, feels good. Yeah. So we got Dixon in the house. Man, it's amazing getting to talk to some of you guys. Like I said, I mean, Lord Dar, I haven't talked to you in forever. It's amazing. You know, and see, that goes to that, what we were talking about earlier about what Vorland had brought up about the multiplayer community. And actually, the reason I wanted to do a video on it was because of some of the things that he brought up in there. I think he's a little off on some of the things, simply because for me, Empire's multiplayer community is pretty small. It's pretty amazingly small, but we still have the Total War. I'm sorry, I gotta go to the chat here. We got Total War Mala in the channel. This guy is a great guy too. I don't. Another guy, you gotta subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Amazing guy. Says, hey there, Faramir, my friend. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Wonderful content, fantastic general, and a good friend. Total War done. Thank you, Mala. I appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you, sir. You're an amazing guy, amazing channel. Like I said, we got so many great people that have great channels out there in the chat and the live chat. If you're hitting up the live chat, please support our friends of the channel. ATK Productions, Total War Mala, Rick Gamer, Icenii. The list goes on and on. We got the 6th Army in here. All these guys, so many people in here trying to hit those landmarks of 1,000 subscribers. And this is all about everybody in here because, like I said, we all have been working hard. And, you know, Mala, you're an inspiration to us all because such a respectful guy. And such a wonderful content that he puts out too. It's a very enjoyable watches on his campaigns. So yeah, I like I said, I find it fascinating the community that you get involved with from multiplayer and from the live streams. The live streams, I've met so many wonderful people. The people like Andrew who made those shout outs for me on now I can't even think anymore. I said it, Lionheart's channel, and when Lionheart did that shout out for me, it helped really get us going. And just so many people that have been involved with helping, and that's why I said, you know, I'm going to continue to be there for a lot of you guys out there putting out great content, and even the people that you might not think there's still some great talent out there. I mean, the stuff I was putting out at the beginning of my channel was just absolute garbage, and I feel like my quality of my content's gotten better. It's nowhere near where it needs to be, but it's definitely getting there. Total Wars Master, go till 100. Yeah, we need to get old Total Wars Master there too. Yeah, Total Wars Master. He needs to get out and make some more content. I know he's a youngster. He's doing all that schooling and stuff, but yeah, we got to get him out there, get him doing some more content. Old gamers are a godsend for the old. Yeah, I know it. You got to put the love into these old games. Heck, like I said, I'm a cheap guy. I can't spend several $100 on a game. I just think it's crazy. It's crazy talk to me. Crazy talk. I can't do it. I just can't bring myself to do it. I brought that EU4 on the Steam sale, and then when I saw you got to buy all that DLC, and it ends up, if you don't buy it on sale, it's like $400. I'm like, are you out of your mind? And the game makes me want to pull out my hair. No, thank you, sir. I definitely will pass on those type of games. I can have so much fun with a $4 Empire Total War that will make my heart spin. Anyways, back to the chat. Let's get back to it. There's the Total Wars Master. What's going on? Your recorder broke. What? You need to put that on the Christmas list. Oh, well, that's, I hate to hear that, Total Wars Master. But hopefully you'll get back in there. I did see you on Steam, so I see you playing games. Just hint, hint. Let's see. Dixon says, I waited till summer sale for Hearts of Iron because I'm a sucker for World War II. Yeah, you know, that's true. You know, there's not too many games out there for World War II, so it makes it kind of difficult. Mala says, thank you, Farmer. That means a lot. Thank you for keeping Empire Total War alive. We are a small community, but one of the best. So true, my friend. And like I said, you're more than welcome, but thank you to you. Like I said, you're an inspiration to a lot of us out there. And like I said, it goes to show that you can put out content and be polite and be courteous to people. You don't have to go out there and you don't have to be outrageous and make controversial videos to get noticed. You can be a decent guy like Mala and grow to a really strong level. I think Mala, I think you're like at 4,000 if I'm not mistaken. I mean, your channel is really growing. It's going to continue to grow because when you're somebody that has heart and you care about the people that subscribe to you like Mala does, that means a lot. I mean, it means a whole lot. And I'm gonna get a little verklempt here. Talk amongst yourselves. No, I'm just kidding. But all seriousness though, what it means, and you know, for all of you guys out there that got channels, is something to consider. And I think I talked about it a little bit in that other rant video. Is I really, and like I said, I don't have all the answers. Heck, I only got 1,000 subscribers, but I have been in business a long time, and I was in retail management for many years. And the reason I got out of retail management is because, frankly, I'm going to tell you straight up, the reason I got out of it is because they don't care about people. Most corporations don't. They don't care one whit about you. And that's why I went into business for myself and started doing my own thing. It gave me time to invest in things of creativity that I love, such as the YouTube channel, such as doing art again. And that's why I say to you, because actually, you know, it's funny. I want to make some videos on, and it might be for a different channel. I don't know, but there's a lot of knowledge I have, and I want to get to a video before it's lost, because I don't see a lot of people talking about it, about workplace that workers really aren't taken care of. And I mentioned it a little bit in that rant video. You got situations like Tom Cruise, who can berate his people for whatever reason. I don't care. There's always a way to talk to people with dignity and respect and show people that you care about them, because when you inspire people, they will do the things that you want them to do. They will follow your direction, and everyone makes mistakes. So to berate somebody in a public way like that is just unexcusable for me. And the fact that you have so many media outlets now praising Tom Cruise for the fact that he did that, to me, shows a lot about where we are today as a society, because I think you have so many people that are struggling and need the work that they have, and for us guys that are like sound guys to be treated that way is just disgusting to me. Anyways, sorry, I'll get off my soapbox now. Okay, yes, Mala is over 4,000 subscribers, and I would not be there where I am without the wonderful support of yourself and so many of the support. That means more than anything to me. Yes, see, and that's what I'm saying. If you just show that you care about people, and you do it in a genuine way, you're gonna make it. You're gonna do things, and you're gonna see Mala's channel completely get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Because why? Because he cares about the people in his comments. He cares about the people that he does content for. I mean, the thing is Mala's content is very interactive. If you haven't seen his videos, you need to, because the way he does his campaigns, you actually have input into how the campaign goes, and that is phenomenal that he does that. Is one of nobody else out there does that like that. Nobody, and that's great. I mean, it really is, because like I said, he cares about what the people think, and he's making the videos for the people. And a lot of people that do YouTube don't. They make it for themselves. So think about that. Yeah, I know Steven will be on your channel for a lot. He loves long videos. So Mala loves putting out some good, long, just gritty stuff. So Steven will be on your channel for hours and hours. Let's see. Dusty, the Total War Master, says Total War multiplayer is all the way. Yeah, you know, Empire Total War. See, so I play a lot of multiplayer. I play a lot of multiplayer every day. I don't know if you've seen the chat messages. I'm getting blown up by people asking me to come play. But I think what I was going to say about Vorlin's video, just to kind of sum that little topic up, is that what I think Vorlin misses in it is that things are what you make of it, okay? And he focuses a lot on the negative, and I think that's what I even made a comment on his channel and told him that silence is power, because he's feeding into the negativity by constantly bringing it back up. And I think that with my experience, and like I said, it's only from my view. That's all I can talk about because that's what I know. But my view in the multiplayer is only in Empire, because that's the only game I play multiplayer in. I do play some other games, but Empire is the only one I play multiplayer for. So when I have a lot of knowledge of the days that, you know, people in multiplayer can get very what's the nice word to say it? Sometimes pissy and snippy towards each other, and sometimes it takes people to kind of reel them back in and pull them back in and say, hey guys, let's you guys are friends, cut that crap out. And luckily there's people of all different ages and maturity levels to help do that. Now, not every community is good. There's a lot of toxic communities out there in multiplayer, but they're only what you make of it. And if you put yourself in a toxic situation, you're going to be in a toxic situation. So my suggestion to people that are doing multiplayer is that you stay with a community that is positive. Let's see here. Getting back to the chat because I got off topic again. Let's see. Icenii says, yep, I tried to read some of the comments on Mala's channel, and he's definitely respectful to people. Yes, he is a class act for sure. Let's see. Total Wars Master says, I started streaming because Mala hearted my comment. That's awesome. See, I mean, that right there goes to show you. It's an inspiration that you get from people's kindness. Dixon, not gonna lie, I don't really care for a lot of what that guy has to say. Oh, I think I know you're talking about. Let's see. Old Contemple, is that just me, or does the Imperial Total War AI behavior more intelligently than both sides have some more melee infantry? I'm guessing it's a carrier from older Total War games. Okay, so I want to talk about AI and multiplayer because I think I have a really good perspective on this, and this goes back to what Vorlin was talking about too, because Vorlin's complaints about multiplayer and all this, that CA is not supporting the multiplayer communities, but really it is the multiplayer community itself which has to support itself. Because if an old game, an old 10-year game like Empire Total War can still have a multiplayer community where I and my friends, and I'll just show you from my, let's see, here we go, from my almost 8,000 hours of putting in the game, and most of it has been in campaign. You know, I didn't get into multiplayer until, like I said, 2016. But let me show you this. So I have friends. Here it is. 48 friends who've recently played. So recently, just recently, 48 friends have played in multiplayer with me. That says something about an old game. That, yes, there is still a multiplayer community. And keep in mind, those aren't the only people playing multiplayer. There's other people that play multiplayer. And if we go to my Steam profile, you see I have 261 friends. Now, I will tell you, all of those friends are from either one of two places. Empire Total War or people that have met me on the channel. Those are the only two ways I've gained friends. So most of those people are from Empire. Now, some of those people have come and gone from Empire. They've had their fun, and they went on to different things. They got married. They had kids. They move on. That's how things work in life. People move on. Multiplayer communities evolve, and they change, and you have to be receptive to new players that come in, or else you're not going to get new. The community keep going. And here's one of my current people in the chat right here. Agenda for Humanity. Here's a guy who I still play with on multiplayer, and his name is Stanley. Sorry I'm late. Love this guy, my brother. Yep. Stanley, my friend. How are you doing? Like I said, so when we talk about multiplayer and we talk about campaign AI, now there's a couple things. I think with a lot of these guys, it becomes a dick measuring competition. And I don't mean to be vulgar, but some people it's a dick measuring competition to see who's better than who. But frankly, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but the vast majority of people, when they get the game, they suck at multiplayer. They're terrible at multiplayer. And that's nothing to them, because I was not very good at multiplayer when I first started out. Because I had like I said, I think I was at like almost 5,000 hours, 4,800 hours or something like that before I started doing, or 4,500 or something, I don't remember. But anyways, back to my point, is I was pretty terrible. And if you don't believe me, there's a video of me on Invicta in one of his videos where he showed up for one of our matches. And I will tell you, just as defense, because I have to defend myself here, he was on my team, and there was also a random player that was on our team. So we were outmatched against three of my other friends, Rick, Luke, and I think it was Hussar. So we were very outmatched, and we got destroyed. But so you can see it was a long road, and I was terrible back then, terrible. But I've gotten pretty good now. I'm not the best, but I'm pretty good. Anyways, see, I told you I was going to get on a rant here, but my point is, because I'm way off topic now, about thing is a lot of players, when they come into a multiplayer, they're not great. So some of these people, they go out there and they absolutely crush these new guys, and they lose motivation to play because they just got absolutely shred. They think they suck at the game now, and they lose heart in it. So there's got to be a place for that. That's something that me and my friend Gunny have talked a lot about over the years, is how to bring newer players in. Because in our games that we play, I play 4v4s, and we always try to make sure the balance of the battles are equal. We don't try to have lopsided balance. That's the way everybody has kind of an equal feeling of how well they're getting in the match. They're not feeling like they're just getting demolished. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. And we try to make the rules so anybody can play. That's why we limit the number of rifles and light dragoons. Let's see. I'm going to get back to the live chat for just a brief moment. And I'm not going to lose my train of thought because I still have some things to say on that. But do you have tips to win as Russia in Empire Total War? I do, and I have a video coming up of that very shortly. I don't want to give away any spoilers yet. But I'm terrible with keeping secrets, so I might end up doing it here in a minute. Let's see. Dusty says he hopes to start up videos again soon. We hope so too, Dusty. Empire Total War AI is stupid, period. Well, let me discuss that. Let me finish that since you brought that up. So I'm going to get back onto my rant here about AI. Okay, so the AI is bad, but I think why the AI is bad is because the players that play, most people play very defensive. So if you don't believe me, you can go to most videos out there of people doing campaigns, let's plays, and a lot of people will just set up their fortifications and they're going to sit in one long line and never move. But you got some people's videos out there like Mala. He actually makes aggressive moves and does things. That's why I don't even, you like a lot of you that watch my campaigns, you'll notice I don't even bring art anymore because I like being aggressive. And it actually puts the AI in a little bit better situation where they're not, they don't, it seems like the AI just doesn't get why you're sitting there. But I say that because some people, when you play multiplayer, they just sit there just the exact same way. And you can pick them apart and they would only get 100 kills. And believe me, I've destroyed people before and I feel terrible about it. And I have a video on the channel where I did a 2v2 and my teammate sat there still and I beat the other two guys all by myself because they did not work together as a team. And that's what I find great about the 4v4s is that it's all about teamwork. You could be great, but if your teammates are terrible as working as a team, you could be great 1v1 players, but if you don't work together as a team, you're going to get beat. Okay, so anyways, that's my rant about that. Storm Gamer, what's up, man? 512. It's my area code. Do you have tips to win as Russia? Okay, we went over that. I'm probably gonna spoil that here in a minute. Oh boy, that match. Russian line infantry are bad shots, but good stabbers. Russian artillery and cav is good too. I kind of brought that up a little bit earlier. Russia, we definitely think that they got screwed over. I had Dixon, ATK Productions, actually modified a unit for me. I wanted to see if it would help the Russian campaign. We actually modified the Cossack infantry from being 120 to 150 and making them shoot like a Minuteman. So all the men volleyed instead of just the front line. And that made a pretty good difference. It did make them more expensive. That's what I wanted, but it did have a nice feel to the Russian army. Because I still kind of like the Russian lines that they got the melee. I do think they should have had a little bit better accuracy, though. I mean, a little bit better reload time than what they got. But anyways, I'm going to be bringing up Russia a little bit more in a minute. Dusty wants to train Minecraft. Yes, that would be very commendable. Outstar still shreds me. You're still having problems with Outstar, Dusty? Don't bother to tax your least developed provinces until you got more population and farms. That's one way of doing it. It definitely does help the populations grow. Sometimes you got to start off with a little bit less in the taxes to help those populations grow to get more money in the future. So that is very true. Dusty hates light dragoons. Yes. Dusty, we know you hate light dragoons. I don't think I've had anything to do with that, have I? Contemptible guy, I can't even speak anymore. I've been talking so long. Build more factories and farms and start. I've got a great way to play as Russia. I don't know if I want to spoil this yet or not, but I've tried it out and it works amazing. It really transforms your Russian campaign. Let me tell you. But anyways. Let's see. Mala says, I have the Dash Fairmere. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you for all. Thank you, Mala. I appreciate it. If you haven't left already, I appreciate you for joining this. It means a lot to me. It means a lot, all your support you've given me over this time that I've known you, and I really appreciate it, sir. Thank you for inspiring us, too. Let's see. But Canister. Canister is just OP. It is really a blessing to just watch people get mowed down. And that's terrible. I love genocide. Never just sit there. It gives the enemy. Yeah, you can just pick somebody apart when they just sit there. But Stanley's seen it too. People do all kinds of crazy things. So you can't say the AI is just terrible because hell, we've seen players that are human players that have played just god awful, disgustingly terrible, and some of them have many hours in the game. It shouldn't be that way. Dixon is heading for lunch break. Thank you, Dixon. I appreciate you so much too as well for joining the man. I appreciate you've been there with me for so long, and you've helped me out. I appreciate everything you've done, man. I really do. Steven says later, Dixon. Okay. Total Wars Master. I like howitzers. Depending on the enemy, can make them. Yeah, they're a great unit. That's to be sure. Landfill. Thank you, sir. You've been here the whole time. That's amazing. I'm very defensive against the AI. The main thing is I don't like in an entire Total War is the diplomacy. It's impossible to not end up tearing my hair out. Yeah. So the diplomacy is definitely broken. There's ways you can manipulate and just utterly obliterate the diplomacy, but like I said, I'm going to be getting back to live streams, and I'm going to be doing some campaigns that I think really will be fun to show on the channel. And one way I'm just okay. I told you I can't keep secrets. I just can't keep them. I'm telling you, everything is about protectorates. They make the campaign so fun. I'm doing that. I've got that French campaign I've been doing. Before I started the Breaking Legends Blitz campaign, there was a French campaign I'm doing. Trust me, I'm going back to that after the Blitz campaign. The reason I stopped doing it right now is because I don't want to confuse people between the two campaign series. But that campaign series, I've got a Protectorate challenge where I'm trying to get as many Protectorates as possible. And I've gotten quite a few. But I can tell you, it is a blast playing like that. It is a blast. And you make so much money. It's just like a comfortable, fun campaign. And it's just a lot of fun. So I've got some stuff. I'm going to do more live stream campaigns where we really explore that, and you can kind of see it live, and it's something. You'll love it. You'll love it. Trust me. I'm excited about it. Nick says it makes me happy at least 5 other people are playing Empire right now. Yeah, Nick, you definitely got to check out those people's channels if you haven't seen them before. Total War Mala, like I said, you got several people in the chat that do Empire content. You got Rick Gamer, you've got Seth Chiaro, Total Wars Master does Empire content. Mostly Napoleon though. Okay. But we'll forgive Dusty for that. Okay, Total Wars Master is Dusty if I say Dusty. But Total Wars Master, we'll forgive you for being a Napoleon guy. Well, just this once, though. Just this once. Let's see. Diplomacy, like I said, once you get around some things, there are some ways to really make the campaigns super enjoyable. Super enjoyable. Let's see. Landfill says, I will try to catch your future streams, but I can be a bit difficult to catch them as well. Here's the great thing is if you do miss the live streams, you can always get them later and watch them. And then you can kind of watch them at your own pace. You don't have to watch them all in one jaunt. You can watch them as you get time. So that's the good thing. And I when I was doing the pirate campaign, which I will be going back to the pirate campaign live stream, is I would do highlights from the live stream of highlights that happened during the live stream, which is kind of cool. But sometimes it's hard to get like some of the moments like we have in the chat in there. But I'll try and get that in there too. But anyways, Napoleon Total War has better multiplayer. Yes, Napoleon Total War definitely has a bigger multiplayer community than Empire. But there's always going to be more people on Empire than there is on that. Because Total War is about single-player campaigns. That's what I'm saying. Vorlin making that argument about multiplayer. The multiplayer communities for Total War games is not very large. it's not the bit. It's only a small fraction of the community in Empire. I mean, in Total War games, the overwhelming majority of people that get into Total War are because of the campaign, the single player experience. The multiplayer is a nice extra caveat, if you will. It's that extra thing about it that makes it so wonderful, is that you get such great multiplayer games out of the Total War games. It's a cherry on the top, if you will, because like I said, you can meet some great people and you can meet some very toxic people. So I have met them both. I've met them all. There's toxic people out there. You got to steer clear of them. You got to steer clear of them. You got to wash your hands free of them and throw them out and just be done with them. Don't accept toxic people in your life. People can change, but let them change and then come back to you with toxic people. Anyways, campaigns are not my thing. Yeah, and there's definitely people out there that are only multiplayer people. If you're talking, look at Pixelated Apollo. Pixelated Apollo is a multiplayer guy. There's lots of Pixelated Apollos out there. There's lots of people out there like him and like you that they just like multiplayer. They like that interaction, that competition. That they thrive on that. But that's you're in the minority. Most people enjoy campaigns the most. Ooh, Lord mercy. Has it already been an hour and a half? This has gone by so fast. I can't believe it. This has been a great stream. At least for me it has. I don't know how. It's almost like, dare I say it, it's almost like sex with the wife. It's great for me. I don't know how well she's enjoying it, but I'm definitely having a great time. Hopefully I'm giving you guys enjoyment too. That's a terrible analogy. Why did I say that? Sometimes I say things I should not say. That was probably one of them. Anyways, moving right along. Back to the chat. Nobody's chatting. Okay, it's awkward now. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. We'll watch that awkwardness. No regret there. No regret. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So let me just highlight some of the things we've been talking about. We talked about the Patreon. I had lots of questions on if I'd start a Patreon page now that I have 1,000 subscribers. The answer to that is no. No, I will not. If you missed that, I will not be starting that. Don't feel it is right to do that. Mark is there. Hello. How you doing, sir? I appreciate you for joining. Yeah, I won't be doing a Patreon. I said it earlier, just for those of you who have missed it. I don't feel it's the right thing to do, and I don't think I ever will do it. I know I won't ever do it. TP, what's up? Another one of my good friends from Empire, multiplayer right there. In the house, representing. TP, how you doing, sir? Appreciate you for joining the stream. We were talking about multiplayer earlier. Just the fun you can have on the Finlands that we do. Talking about how we always try to keep them balanced and stuff. TP, he's been with us for a while, playing multiplayer. But it's cool because we've gotten some newer players that we've kind of brought in to our Finland games that do. But the thing is that with multiplayer, and I think this thing needs to be said, is I don't know what it is. Some people don't understand what etiquette is when they join games. Because for us, when we're playing our Finland games, you might see them on Empire. If you go into multiplayer, you'll see that there's always Finland games up. And most of them are me and my friends playing them. And when we do it, we have people come in that we don't know. And a lot of these guys are people that just bought the game and our battles are just not right for you yet. I hate to say it, but our competition level is so high that you will. We don't want people that will get crushed to dishearten them, so they never play Total War again. Because I was saying that earlier, is a lot of people get a thrill out of destroying people that just get the game. They get a thrill out of it. It's like they want to see if they can force somebody to not have more than 100 kills. I've sadly done it myself, but I don't believe in it, and I don't do it anymore. Just because, again, when you do that to somebody, it disheartens them and demoralizes them, and they never end up joining the game again. So, anyways, yeah, there's that. Whew, I think I've been talking for quite a while. I've almost ran through my whole thing of tea here. Let me take another drink. You guys, talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. TP asked, "Have you tried playing League of Legends? Talk about toxic." No, but what's his Cappy always plays League of Legends. I don't have any involvement with that, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of toxic people in multiplayer communities. And I think it, like I said, it goes along the lines of you have a lot of different levels of age people, and people get these. You get people that are in there that are probably just kids, and they don't know how to act properly. I hate to say it. I know it's terrible to say, but it's probably the truth. Some of them are probably adults that don't know how to act either, sadly enough. Or a lot of people, it's these expanded egos where they think they're God. And like I said, it's like a dick measuring contest. They think they're the best ever. And if they get beat, something's wrong. Something causes it to be wrong. It can't be that it's just a game and I lost a game out of 1,000. You know, it's got to be something else wrong. My graphics or something. Yeah, it's one of those things. But anyways, whew. I think that is pretty much covered what I wanted to cover. Does anybody have any questions for me? Any other questions out there? My favorite game is XCOM UFO Defense. Just saying something off topic. No, hey, that's great. You know, I've been playing this other game a little bit here and there. It was there's a few games I've been playing. Not a lot of recent, but I got this game, Sunday Rivals. It's an indie game. If you like football. I used to like football. I don't really watch it anymore, but it reminds me of like a old mashup between Madden and Tecmo Bowl from the old Super NES. It's pretty fun. If you haven't checked it out, if you're a football person, I'm telling you, it's a pretty cool game. I really enjoy it. It's still in what do you call it, development, but you can still purchase it, and he's constantly adding updates. The guy's the only person working on the game is just this one guy, and he's really good about answering questions and stuff. It's got positive reviews. It's a great little fun game. Definitely recommend that one if you want to pick up a fun game for footballers out there. And then my kids play Among Us. I haven't played it. I probably should because my kids play it, but some of these are my kids' games. Turmoil. That was a pretty fun game. I've played 65 hours in it. I'm enjoying that game. It's a little strategy about you're basically just digging for oil, my friends. Nothing sinister about that, right? But that one's a pretty fun game, and I'll tell you, a little fun game that brings me back to the day is this one right here, Domina. It's pretty cool. It's basically where you're the head of a gladiator. What do you call it? You run these gladiators and you make them fight for you, and you train them and stuff. It's pretty fun. It's pixelated art. It's really fun. Yep, I'm about to cut it off there, guys. Anybody else have any other questions for me before I end the stream? Because I've been going on for quite a while. I don't want to. I won't have a voice after doing this for too much longer, because I've been just chatting away like crazy. I'm so excited. But guys, I thank you guys all so much. Everybody that supported me. And all you other guys out there, I really appreciate all of you, and it means the world to me. It really does. And anything you guys need, I'm there for you, truly. And that's all I got. I appreciate everybody for being there. Yeah, I do mine in Steam chat, so I've sent mine to a lot of people. I've never had a problem. Just as long as you do it in private chat, it should be okay. Hey, Nasty, what's up? Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I really do. Yes, totally enjoying the new year. Totally am. Thank you, Dusty. I appreciate it. But there's a lot of great people out there. But, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm going to cut it off there while I can still talk. So, don't worry, there's going to be many more things to come. Look for more live streams soon, and more content will be uploaded very shortly. I have some other videos that will be up in a few days, and so yeah, lots of good stuff. The quality of the content is going to be a lot better. Look for the level of content to get much more better. Is that much more better? I'm just going to stop here. This is telling me that it's time to stop. I can't even talk properly. My English is getting terrible. Not that it was ever good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Signing off. Rangers, have a good one. We will see you on